And again, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, a little deeper, a little more conscious breath here, right from the start, think of your breath in, your inhale, as an expansion, and then think of your exhale as a bit of a contraction, navel drawing in. So there's this cycle of breath that we're going to play with today for our deep stretch practice. That is inhale, expansion, and exhale, contraction. I'm joined today by my assistant, Benji, Guru Benji. Thank you so much for being here, Benji. All right, we're just taking a couple full breaths to settle in. Squeeze the knees up towards your chest. Notice the quality of air in the room or wherever you're practicing. And so we'll work today with the breath to create a full 360, all-encompassing experience that includes not just the body, not just the physical, but the mind as well, and also your heart space. So that's how we get the most out of this time, the most out of this practice. And it's also a very generous act of self-love. So on the surface we have the stretch, but beyond that, there is just so much more. Take one more big breath in. And then again, thinking contraction on the exhale, we're going to peel the nose up toward the knees. Now you may get nowhere near your knees, and that's all good. We're working to create a little bit of spaciousness through each vertebra of the spine. You're also feeling a nice support of the lower back. We're starting to tap into the muscles of our core. And you can stay here squeezing the knees up and in, or release the fingertips, palms face up. You're going to reach them towards the front. Breathing deep here. Make sure you're not clenching in the face or shoulders. Nice and relaxed. Might start to welcome a little bit of heat here. Take one more deep breath in. And one long breath out. And then slowly release. Head and shoulders to the earth. All right, grab your right knee. Send your left leg all the way out. Let it hover just above the earth. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest, and then open it up just a bit up towards your right shoulder. And then again, right knee towards your chest or your figurative heart space, and then over towards your right shoulder. So you're just kind of creating a little compression in the front of your right hip crease. Great, take one more deep breath in. Exhale to release left heel to the earth. Now, when you're in these shapes, we're not just hanging out, holding, waiting, but especially today with our deep stretch, we're using the breath to move it forward a little deeper, allow it to unfold. So think expansion on the inhale, and a bit of contraction as you breathe out. Now close your eyes and go ahead and soften through the toes and the feet. And again, big inhalation in. And nice long exhale out. Great, one more here. Big breath in. And long breath out. Fabulous. Now, again, activate your left foot, so press into your left heel, and activate your right foot, press into your right heel. This time you're going to grab the right hand, or take the right hand, and you're going to grab the inner arch of your right foot. Now, if your hand doesn't quite make it there, just grab the inner calf muscle here, the inner leg. You can just grab here. Okay. Creating a little one-legged stirrup posture here. So kick your right foot up towards the sky and then anchor your right shoulder down. If this is way too much in the hips, just lift your left knee and firmly plant your left foot on the ground for a little more stability. Breathing deep. Inhale. And exhale. Opening up through that right hamstring. Big inhalation. And long exhale. One more time. Big inhale. And long breath out. Awesome. Now take that right foot. We're going to cross it over the top of the left thigh. So just crossing over, creating a little figure 4 shape here. Peek at me if you need to. And then press the palms down into the earth, connect to your core, and slowly lift the left leg up high towards the sky. Now, left leg does not have to straighten, but both feet are nice and active here. Inhale in, exhale, lower it down. Inhale, exhale, navel draws in, lift it up. Now I'll sync you up with the breath. Here we go. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. Press the palms into the earth firmly. One more time. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Awesome. Bend the left knee, thread the needle, right fingertips go in through the hole, we'll interlace, and we'll squeeze the legs up towards the chest, the heart. Keep the feet active here, and now just nice full breaths. You got it. Start to let go of the day thus far. Anything that you have coming after this practice or on the agenda. So you can allow the mind to be at ease. Just give yourself permission to be really present here. I know it's tricky and tough for someone to tell you that, but maybe it's what you need. Just a little time and space to stretch and be with your breath. All right, releasing left foot to the ground and slowly taking it to the other side. So what we'll do is we'll start by lifting the left knee in towards the chest, squeeze, and send the right leg out to hover. We start to tap into the muscles of the abdominal wall here. Breathing deep. So if you're a beginner, you'll start to feel a little shake here. If you've been on your mat for a while, play with the subtle body. Scoop the tailbone up, draw the navel down, relax the shoulders, play with the natural curvature of the spine, finding support from within. So there's always so much depth to play with here. Breathing deep. And then here we go. If you haven't already, start to draw the left knee towards the left shoulder just a bit. This is a very small move here, and then in towards center. Again, we're creating just a little massage in the front of the right hip crease. We're also challenging our center of gravity. Feel it in the abductor here. Back and forth with the left knee. And then take one more deep breath in. Bring your left knee back in towards your center, so hug it in. And then exhale, slowly release the right heel down to the earth. All right, left hand comes to the left inner arch. Move nice and slow here, opening up through that hip. So left foot, sole of the foot now goes towards the sky. You can bring the right hand to the earth for a little stability, or maybe on the front of the right hip crease. We're opening up left hamstring up towards the heavens here. Strong, bright energy through the toes to protect the knee. And then I'm working again to create a full body experience, not isolate experiences. So see if you can relax your shoulders, see if you can let your rib cage just be nice and heavy here, hips nice and heavy. And then reconnect with your breath, find a new breath. And if this is too much, you can bend the right knee, bring the sole of the right foot to the ground for a little stability. And then to release, nice and slow, take the hand away, cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. So you're opening now, left knee towards the bottom right corner of your mat. Just take a second to feel that out. If you're super tight in the hips, all of this work already has been maybe a little bit intense, but all the more reason for you to be here on your mat. And also the reason that we're starting nice and low to the ground so that you're not having to do a bunch of weight bearing work here in the beginning. All right, take a deep breath in, press your hands into the earth. You can also grab the outer edges of the mat if it was a little bit hard for you last time. And inhale, lift the legs all the way up. And then exhale all the way down. Let's sync up with the breath here. So big inhale at the bottom. Use the contraction to lift back up and we flow. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And eventually you want to try to slow this down so that you're building strength, but just do your best here. So inhale to lower, move in a rhythm that feels good for you, and exhale to lift. Tuck the chin. Try to keep length from crown to tail here, so it's just an awareness. Hug the lower ribs down and in. Use that contraction of navel to spine to really lift the legs up and hug the lower ribs down. You're starting to sweat a little here or shake. Awesome. Beautiful. Welcome that. It's a sign of being strong and alive, not weak. And then slowly we'll release. Beautiful. Bend the right knee, sole of the right foot comes to the ground. Thread the needle, left fingertips are going to go through the hole here. Hey-oh, and then squeeze the lower body up towards the chin, the chest. Breathe, breathe. Close your eyes. And breathe nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Maybe find some soft, gentle movement in the head, the neck. And then release. Awesome. Nice and slow release. Hug both knees into the chest. Inhale in, exhale. Take your lower body, your legs, your knees all the way over to the left. Open the arms super wide and turn to look past your right hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, navel draws down to the core of the earth, knees come through center and take it to the other side. Knees fall to the right, big stretch here, and turn to look past your left. Fingertips, recline, twist, inhale in, and exhale back to center. Cross the right ankle over the left. Grab the outer edges of your feet. We're just gonna stretch the tops of the feet by pointing the toes here and lifting the heels up, up, up. Big breath in. We're also creating nice, strong muscles that hug around the joints. So nice, stable joints here. Kick, 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 kick. Point the toes. And then release and switch. Left ankle on top. Grab the outer edges of the feet. And again, point the toes, lift the heels, and kick the feet up just a bit here. We're getting a nice stretch in the tops of the feet, the ankles, but also creating stability around the knees, the joints. Deep breath in. And exhale to release. Awesome. Bring the feet to the ground. Nice and easy. Turn to one side and slowly press your way up to a seat. All right, sit up nice and tall. Legs are crossed, ankles crossed. Going right into it. We're going to bring the left elbow down to the earth here, nice and slow. Hi, Benji. Benji's got some zenned out vibes today. Left elbow to the ground. So you're gonna feel this in the right side body, the back body, the hip. If this is too much, then we'll just lift the hand up here and come here. Once you feel like you have this, start to bring your breath into the picture and allow your right glute, your right booty to get really, really heavy here. Then notice if you're just hanging out here in the neck, lengthen through the crown of the head. And when you're ready, take the right fingertips behind the right ear and inhale. Reach, reach, reach toward the left side. Big stretch here. Inhale in. Exhale, right hand's gonna come right to the front. Beautiful. Then take it all the way, thumb back. Pinky forward, all the way back, open through the chest, and then reach towards the front. And keep this movement going just a couple more times. Right thumb back, reach to the side, and fingertips forward, and right thumb back, and fingertips forward, And one more time. This time, try to really revolve or rotate your heart all the way up towards the sky. Maybe you look up towards the sky, big stretch, big breath. And then exhale to release everything. Just take a second here. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Close your eyes and just evaluate how you feel. Left side of the torso and right side of the torso. All right, and then when you're ready, take the right elbow down. So this is a great one to kind of build focus on sensation over your shape. If you're just in extended side angle, there's temptation to just really get into that posture and nail the asana. So here we are focusing on the sensation over the shape. The left sit bone is gonna wanna come up here. So see if you can anchor through the power of your breath, create more space to get that left glute down. Right shoulders over the right elbow here. And again, if this is too much, if we need to tap into some deeper, fuller breaths and have more weeks of regular practice in order to get that elbow down, then let that be the case and lift your right hand to the earth and take your time. There are so many shapes in yoga, just so many experiences that I have that I just never thought I would have. I never thought my body would have that spaciousness. In fact, people ask me all the time, have you always been flexible? And the answer is, no way, Jose. So use your breath here. In fact, feel the inhale, feel the skin of your left lower back stretch. Also really, really good for the body here. Not just your muscles lengthening, but so great for the kidneys. Make sure that you're not dropping your right ear to your right shoulder, but keeping that awareness through the crown. And then now, after you've taken a solid moment to evaluate, to notice the sensation and to check in with your breath, take your left fingertips and bring them right behind your left ear. I'll film this way too. And then reach out to the right. Big stretch, big stretch. Keep the left glute heavy, so you're actively anchoring down through the top of the left thigh bone. And then here we go. Left thumb pulls back, inhale. Exhale, just take your arm right to center. So you're reaching right out in front. And then here we go. Smoothing your left palm on an imaginary surface here. Pull the left thumb back. And find your breath as you bring it back to center. And now continue this on your own. So good. For the posture. You're gonna feel so awesome after this, man. Pull the left thumb back, breathe in, and exhale, smoothing your palm on imaginary surface, reach forward. All right, and then next time you pull your left thumb back, really pull it back, wrap that shoulder blade around, open, revolve, chest up towards the sky, maybe you look up, claw through your right fingertips, inhale, and exhale. Come back to center, nice and slow. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Just take a second to evaluate, feel it out. Relax your shoulders, lift up through your chest to your heart. Great, inhale in, exhale, make your way to all fours, nice and slow. Tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath your hip points. Press into the tops of the feet and claw through the fingertips strong. Then imagine your front body really lifting up here to meet your back body. So lift everything up towards the sky. So we're not collapsing to the ground, but rather defying gravity and lifting up with awareness all the way to the ceiling. And then keep that awareness as you inhale, drop the belly and open the chest. Exhale, navel to spine, crown to the earth. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Move with your breath, exhale, rounding through.
Inhale, open the chest.
And exhale, round through.
Awesome. Inhale, the tabletop position. Bring the two big toes together. Bring the knees as wide as the mat. And then send the hips back nice and slow. Reach the fingertips actively towards the front edge of the mat, or in my case, towards Benji. And then inhale. And then exhale, melt your heart down. As you melt your heart down, option here to really lift the palms up and just press into the fingertips. Get a little deeper stretch. And once again, listening to the sound of your breath, thinking about expansion as you inhale. And contraction as you exhale. And if that doesn't work for you, just think about getting bigger and think full breath on the inhale. And then think about getting softer on the exhale. So bigger, fuller on the inhale. And the softer, almost a surrender on the exhale. Great, now walk the hands off your yoga mat and over to the left. Big stretch. Let the hips remain heavy here. Inhale. And exhale, chin to chest. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the chin, walk it all the way over towards the right side. Hips nice and heavy here. Inhale, reach, look forward. And exhale, draw your chin to your chest. Awesome. Slowly release, come back to center, press into the tops of the feet, come all the way back up. Walk the knees underneath the hips, and here we go. Downward facing dog, nice and slow. So set your hands up with a meticulous love, and then curl your toes the same way. And when you're ready, peel the tail all the way up. Pedal it out, feel nice deep stretch to the backs of the legs. And see if you can really be present. I know it's hard to hear that sometimes with the sensation, so perhaps close your eyes in order to do that. Create spaciousness in the shoulders. Whatever that means to you, maybe opening the elbow creases towards the front of your yoga mat. Maybe turning the big toes in just a bit. Maybe letting go of something that's been bugging you. Awesome, then when you're ready, anchor the left heel down and send the right leg out. And then slowly bring the right knee all the way up and in. As you step your right foot up, lower your left knee down. Fingertips are on the yoga mat. We just find soft, easy movement here. Maybe walk that left knee back. Maybe not. Front knee over front ankle, start to open up through the chest. Breathing deep. Great, then plant your left palm. You're gonna open the right toes out towards the right edge of your mat. And inhale, reach your right arm all the way up towards the sky. Big stretch here, opening up through the chest. And then exhale, bring your right elbow all the way down to the earth. Coming into a lizard variation here. So if the forearms don't come down, you can stay on the palms. Right toes stay turned out. And then I like to press into the top of my left foot here so I can get a deeper stretch. Listen to the sound of your breath. And then soften the skin of the face here. Notice where you might be holding or clenching or gripping. Maybe allow the head, the neck to relax down. And slowly make your way back up, really, really, really slow. Hands to the earth. Awesome, nice work. We're gonna keep the right hand where it is. We're gonna look back to the left toes. We're gonna lift the hip points back up, And then slowly we're gonna shift. So lift the hip points up just to come back, and then lift the left toes and see if you can grab your left foot with your left hand. If you're good here, you might continue the stretch by slowly sinking the hips back all the way up, forward. Okay, if this is too much, maybe you walk your right heel in. Another option is to come against the wall and bring your left foot right to the wall so you can kind of work your way back and forth to the wall. We need to do a wall series. Great. Last but not least, you might flip the hands so it comes to the left arch here, and then just open up here, open up through the chest. Just an option, just trying to give different variations for different folks. Breathing deep, breathing deep, breathing deep. Notice the awareness I have through my dunda, crown to tail. So again, a full body experience. We'll slowly release the left foot. Hands will come to the earth. I'll curl the toes under, lift the back knee. Send the right toes back, take a deep breath in. Plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra, press into the tops of the feet, moving nice and slow. Listen to the sound of your breath. And exhale, release. Curl the toes under, press back up to tabletop position, all fours. And then downward facing dog, nice and slow. Enjoy the journey, how you get there. Listen to your breath. Start to get a little weird here. Surprise yourself. Feel your fingertips really pressing into the earth, stretching. Go there, find a little more depth. And then as you're ready, anchor the right heel and send the left leg out. And then slowly bring that left knee all the way in. As you step the left foot up, lower your right knee down. So just do a little housekeeping, get your alignment, find your breath, and slowly start to open up through the chest. Walk the right knee back if you need a little more. And squeeze the inner thighs to the midline. As you're ready, right hand comes down and left toes open up towards the left side of the mat. Big inhale, think expansion. So pull the left hip crease back and open the left fingertips towards the sky. Again, inhalation means expansion, full, open, big breath, big stretch. And then exhale, bring your left, go ahead and bring your left hand over. So bring your left elbow all the way in, all the way in, all the way in and down. Elbows come to the ground, forearms to the ground. If not, maybe hands on the earth or even fingertips on the ground or a block. You can open your left foot out a little more if it feels right in your hip. Breathe deep. And then pressing into the top of your right foot for a little stability here. Keeping the shoulders full of awareness. So that just means that we bring our attention to our shoulders so they're not just clenching here, but again, we're thinking of the body as one moving part, finding that yoga, that union. That's what allows us to go deep. And then once you feel like you're situated here, for lack of better words, soften your gaze or close your eyes and maybe bow your head. Relax the neck and breathe longer, fuller breaths. Notice where your thoughts go and notice how you feel in your chest, in your heart, in your belly. Keep paying attention. We'll slowly release, take your time, come out. Left hand's gonna stay on the earth. We're gonna bring the hips up and back just a bit so that we can safely come to lift the right toes up and reach the right fingertips back. Now you might not make it and you might have to pad the knee or double up on the mat here, but I'm on the front here and I'm just reaching back, just checking to see if I can grab it. If not, I'll save it for another day. Being up on a block here on the left hand does help give you a little space. And then if you feel all right here, create a little stability by opening up through the chest, lengthening through the crown. Yogi's choice to drop the hips a little deeper. Listen to your body and let your breath be that constant barometer. So we revolved the chest earlier. You might find that opening, bringing the right hand to the inner arch here, breathing deep. And then slowly releasing. Come back. Lift the back knee up as you're ready. And here we go, stepping left toes back, plank pose. Create one nice long piece from the crown to the tail, claw through the fingertips, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Loop the shoulders, pull the elbows back, big inhale, cobra. And then exhale, release. Nice, press up to all fours. Bring the knees into the center of your mat. And we'll send it back, Balasana, belly to the tops of the thighs, fingertips all the way to the back edge of your mat. Rest your forehead on the earth and allow your shoulders to get really heavy here. Awesome. Slowly take your time coming back up. Bring the hands in front, walk the knees out, and actually let's go ahead and turn to come to this side of our mat, or rather long ways on the mat. So your hands will come off the mat, your knees will stay on the mat. And then you're going to walk the knees out just a bit, a little bit wider than the hips. You're just going to check out how you're feeling here. And then if you feel good, you're going to open the toes right to left, and we're going to slowly come into a little froggy variation here. Maybe you come onto the elbows. And the breath is so very, very, very important here as you drop the heels down to the earth. And you can use a block or pillow here for your forehead or your elbows if you want to do this, outside of this practice. But just breathing deep. We're not going to be here for long, so breathe deep. Some people will be able to go a lot deeper here, but just take your time. Notice what comes up. And then take the last 3, 4, 5 breaths to go ahead and close your eyes and allow the head and the neck to relax here. Keep the feet active, please. Just a little energy in the toes. Lots of awareness in the shoulders. Breathing deep. And then this is one where you want to give up before it's over, so stick with it for one more cycle of breath. You got it, you got it, you got it. All right, from your core strength, navel draws up, and that's what brings us out of it nice and slow, pressing into the palms, walking the knees back. All right, curl the toes under, and for just a moment, you're gonna send the hips back on the heels, and you're gonna use the palms to walk up the thighs, and just knead the top of your hip crease here just a couple times. Sweet, awesome. We're gonna come forward. You're gonna walk the right knee in front. You're gonna pick the left knee up and you're gonna cross it around. So if this is new for you, take your time, peek at me. We have the right knee in front of the left. Then I'm gonna bring my toes as wide as the mat. Sorry, you'll come back to face the front of your mat. And here we go, sending the hips back, Gomukhasana, cow legs. So I love coming into this shape from all fours. It helps me quite a bit, so give it a try. Keep the toes active, send the hips back, and then you can stay here, fingertips reaching forward. You can also tuck the chin. Maybe you bring the hands behind the back, clasp opposite elbows, open the chest. Maybe hands come to the arches. So whatever variation you're choosing today, make sure you are syncing up with your breath here. Give the thinking mind a break now and just breathe. Our practice is almost done. You're doing amazing. Bringing peace and harmony to the body because, well, you deserve it. To come out, slowly reach the fingertips forward. Lift your center up in space. Send your heart forward. And nice and easy, we'll unravel. Come back to all fours. Reset. You can take a cat-cow here if you like. And we'll take it to the other side whenever you're ready by bringing the left knee forward, lifting the right knee up, bringing it behind, and finding your Gomukhsan cow legs on the other side. So take it nice and slow. Keep the toes awake. Notice how this side is perhaps very different. And if well, this is such a great shape, even though it can be a little bit of a bugger, because if you do a lot of activity, like you put a strong load on your body a lot, like say you play a sport or you do active strength training, then it's great for you. But it's also great if you don't. If you just sit at a desk all day and you're wanting to bring more activity in your life, this is just a win-win for me, in my opinion. Gomukhsan. So get down low and find the variation on this side that works, that feels good for you today. And once again, give your thinking mind a break. Literally listen to the sound of your breath and welcome peace and harmony and spaciousness to your body, to your mind. You deserve it. From your center, so from your middle, so you're not just pressing your hands into the earth, but it's coming from a real place. Again, create a full body experience, begin to roll up. And this time from here, unravel the legs. I'm going to take them nice and wide. So you might, depending on where you are in your room or your space, or maybe you're on the beach. If you are, awesome. Just going to take the legs nice and wide, and so you can stay facing forward or you can bring it to the side. And if you're like me, I used to try to always like prove something. I'd like want to show I could do the splits. Back up off just a bit. Back up off. And take the toes up towards the sky, and the thigh bones nice and heavy. And fingertips will start to come forward and nice and slow, keeping the toes up towards the sky and the thigh bones nice and heavy. You'll begin to come forward, and maybe you come onto the forearms here, maybe not. Maybe in time you come lower to the ground. I highly recommend listening to the sound of your breath, but also finding soft, easy movement here that feels good. Just keep those toes up towards the sky, thigh bones nice and heavy, and you'll be nice and safe here. Keep breathing deep. Eventually letting the crown of the head relax. And maybe even the corners of the mouth begin to lift a little bit here. This is our last stretch, so see if you can really bring the yoga part. Listen to your body, listen to your breath, your spirit. For me, deep stretch is not just about, the deep stretch of the muscle. It's about creating depth in your practice, waking up to the experience that is your body and breath synchronizing, your nervous system calming, slowing down, everything. Take a second, if you haven't already, to close your eyes. And just witness the unfolding as you breathe deep. Softening through the jaw, relaxing through the shoulders. Finding a fullness and expansion as you inhale, and a softness, a surrender, maybe the heart melting down as you exhale. Notice how by just sticking with it here, you've already begun to create more space. And if the mind is strong today, just know you're not alone. That's where you are, and that's what you're working your way through. Strong mind. Slowly bring your awareness to the space between your navel and your spine, and from there begin to slowly make your way back up. Awesome work. Bring the legs together nice and slow and come to lie flat on your back. Bring the feet as wide as your yoga mat and let the knees, so don't hug your knees up to the chest, but keep your feet on the ground. We're doing something different than before. And allow your knees to fall to the right, so you're creating like a 90-degree angle, or what feels like a 90-degree angle with the legs. Breathing deep, let your hands just rest gently on your belly or your ribs. And then windshield wiper over to the left. Nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Go ahead and bring it back to center. And send the legs out long, one at a time. Arms out gently by your side. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath your heart space, your chest. And take the deepest breath you've taken all day, all morning, noon, or night, whenever you're practicing. Use your exhale to relax the weight of your body completely and fully into the mat. And close your eyes. And see if you can soften everything, relax everything. Take a second to notice how you feel. Did awesome work today. Repeat this practice regularly to witness the unfolding and to grow your practice. So a lot of times these heavy vinyasa classes need the backup of a nice in-depth, stretchy, slow breath pranayama focused practice. So repeat this one regularly. Stay here as long as you can. Otherwise, start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. And bring the hands together and bring the thumbs right up to the third eye. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you